What is up, guys? Why must the sun set on this perfect day? Oh man, haven't made a video in a long time. Been really busy, let me tell you guys. I finally bought a house, finished that up. I got a promotion and I came in the top of my class in SCCA solo racing. So one of those three things is not true. And if you guys picked the last one, no, I did not come in first in my class. As of my last time, I came in 20th out of blah 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 many people. But you know, it's all for fun, and I'm still learning. I'm still having a lot of fun. And actually, the last time I went, I was gonna post some more videos from that third event. But my GoPro was out of battery, and unfortunately I did not notice it in time, so did not get any good footage, so sorry there. Another thing that's been kind of occupying a lot of my time recently is that I'm trying to get back into chess. When I was young, that was one of my favorite games to play. I was never really all that great, you know, I didn't really like playing it competitively. I didn't really enjoy getting just like mentally wrangled by someone, but at the same time it's interesting. Definitely it's a lot more different playing against a human rather than a computer. It's a whole lot different, and lately I've been playing a lot with one of my friends, and you know, he's leaps and bounds better than me, but you know, he uses it as an opportunity to play plays he normally wouldn't against a more, let's say, experienced or knowledgeable opponent, right? It's a good opportunity to try out like little cheesy moves and stuff, and half the time I fall for it, and we all have a good laugh. But there's something to be said here in that if you look at chess, it's interesting because all in all, it's a fairly simple game, right? You have a set of rules, you have a limited space on the board, you have a limited amount of pieces, there's one objective, which is to checkmate the king, and the real interesting part is from this set of seemingly simple and straightforward rules, you can get crazy amounts of variations and, you know, almost an artistic sense of how the games develop when you have two rational minds controlling the board, right? So to give you guys an example of what I'm talking about, there are more variations in a game of chess than there are atoms in our known universe. And I'm not making that up. You can look that up if you don't believe me, but there are more variations in a game of chess than there are numbers of atoms in the known universe, and that's just mind-boggling. But you have to keep in mind, when the game is played as it's meant to be played, meaning you have two rational thinkers, they're trying to win, they're trying to beat one another, they're not just randomly moving pieces. Many of those variations become non-viable, right? No one's ever gonna play like, you know, no one's ever just gonna move their king around in the very beginning. Well, first of all, you can't, because it's all enveloped in the beginning. So the point I was trying to make here is that even though you have these seemingly simple scenarios, you can get very complicated results, but in a sense they're still somewhat predictable, right? I mean, sure, if you're playing against a human opponent, they might have some, you know, emotional factor going on. Maybe you take one of their pieces, their immediate reaction is going to be try to win a piece back or something like that. But even with that in mind, there's always this certain degree of randomness, right? Because you don't know exactly what the person's going to play. You don't know if they're going to play the most technical move, meaning the move that will gain them the most in terms of positional strength or something like that. You don't know that for sure, and that's part of the fun here. as I'm trying to improve my own game, I'm thinking to myself, what are some of the ways that I can really, become better at chess? And I think this applies to a lot of things that that we try to improve ourselves on. It's mostly a mental game, but there's definitely an aspect where you're trying to read your opponent and stuff like that. But I keep hearing the number one tip is to look for patterns, right? I mean, you can try to memorize all the variations and, try to just brute force memorize all the plays and counter plays and stuff like that. And of course, the high level players, I mean, they know that, like the back of their hand. But more importantly, especially in games where they're playing against the clock, right? They're playing fast. They look for patterns, and patterns are by far the best way. I think humans, that's saying a lot. It's one of the best ways for humans to learn, right? You see a pattern, you see history, right? And then from that history, you can predict the future in the sense that you can predict the future states from the past ones, right? As long as the pattern makes sense, you're going up, that guy's on the line. I hate when people do that. Even when you're making a turn, you shouldn't be on the line like that. Oh my goodness. What is wrong with people? That's how it isn't that bad. It's just, So yeah, if any of you are some avid chess players out there, definitely good luck and have fun with the game. Maybe some point you guys can teach me a few things. I'm still trying to learn all the little tactics and improve my game slowly. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. It's good to be back. Definitely gonna make videos a little bit more routinely now that things have settled down. Alright guys, stay tuned for future videos.